Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my channel Hain Hussaini. Today we'll talk about one of the most important events in Muharram, which is called Sham Ghariban. The event is held in commemoration of survived children who left alone after Ashura. The ceremony is held for sympathy and show the love of mourners toward Imam Hussain alayhi salam and his loyal companions. Sham Ghariban means the evening of strangers and homeless. This is the evening that occurred after the martyrdom of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, his sons, and his companions. Imagine the suffering of the women who'd lost their brothers, husband, and sons in that war. Their hijab was forcefully taken off by the soldiers. Sham-e Ghariba is a mourning night of Shia Muslims, which is observed between 10th Muharram and 11th Muharram. The word Sham means night and Ghariba means poor or oppressed. Thus, this night remarks sacrifice and tolerance of the oppressed people of Ahl Bayt in Karbala. So, it is called Sham-e Ghariba. On 11th Muharram, the holy members of Ahl Bayt were arrested. Next day, the holy prisoners reached Kufa in the palace of Ibn Ziyad. It is the main night in Muharram. On this night, the Quran is recited. People gather to say Noha and Marsiya. Mourners beat their chests, recite Ziyarat Ashura, and take out processions. On the evening of Ashura, Yazid's army drove the women out of their tents and set fire to them. When this happened, the women started screaming, and upon coming out of their tents, they saw the bodies of their deceased loved ones, and as such began to beat their faces. When the night became dark and the armies had stopped fighting, the atmosphere of war dissipated. Every year, this commemoration takes place in various regions of the world in a magnificent manner. Every year, the Muslims of Pakistan commemorate Sham-e Ghariban in a beautiful way by reciting songs of mourning and beating their chests all the way until midnight. In New York, Shias gather together, light candles, and mourn in dark and somber tents. Similar commemorations also take place in Brazil, Athens, Argentina, Finland, Sydney, Madrid, and other regions of the world. Shias gather in various mosques and sometimes even gather in Iranian embassies in order to mourn and commemorate the death of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. They partake in various rituals, including reciting songs of mourning, beating their chests, and lighting candles near tents. In this commemoration of mourning, children and youth are used as models for the events that took place on the day of Ashura. The gathering is meant to evoke the remembrance of the homelessness of the family of Imam al-Hussein and the imprisonment of the children and those who survived the battle. On the evening of Ashura, they were left in the dark of the night in the deserts of Karbala without any form of protection or safety. The 10th day of Muharram is full of commemorations of the remembrance of the tragedies and tribulations that befell Imam al-Hussein. This day is exclusively commemorated in order to remember and retell the events that took place on that day. Several things of the tragedy are remembered, including the martyrdom of Imam al-Hussein, the sacrifice, bravery, and courage of the lady Zainab alayhi salam, the burning of the tents of the family of Imam al-Hussein, and the difficulties that the children and family of Imam al-Hussein faced. On the 11th night of these commemorations, the commemoration of Sham-e Ghariban takes place. So why are the lights turned off during Sham-e Ghariban? Switching off the lights is a symbolic depiction of the darkness that took over that night. It is only so people can freely feel the pain of what the family of Prophet, peace be upon him, went through. On the eve of 11th Muharram, Sham-e Ghariban, Ali Muhammad were arrested, their veils were snatched, and belongings were looted, tents were burned, Children were slapped. It is a night of grievance, and anyone who spreads nasty rumors about it demeans the essence of Ashura. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said to Bibi Fatima alayhi salam, on the day of judgment, "You shall intercede for the ladies, and I shall intercede for the men. Every person who was wept over the tragedy of Hussain, we shall take him by the hand and lead him into paradise." Thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe our channel for more.